Scene. Y'all know what this is. Germ So True, Mo Schefter, Vic Jr., whenever his tardy ass comes on camera. It is what it is. We here, we here, we here. We may get a special guest when it comes down to it. I'm here to talk some foosball. Let's do this. Mo, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing good, Germ. I got a lot to talk about. I got a lot on my mind. From Russell Wilson to Odell Beckham to Aaron Rodgers to there's a lot of quarterbacks on my mind today, Jeremy. But including the two playing tonight, so it's gonna be a good show. It's always a good show, but it's gonna be a good show. We got a lot to talk about. So come on, y'all should be subscribed by now. Y'all should be in the comment section by now. Give us suggestions. Give us your questions. Give us your fantasy advice. I don't know why Vic coming on here with the mean mug. Like, I don't understand why you looking so angry. But I hope that's not the face they tell you, ooh, you look cute when you angry. I hope that's not the face.
I was going to say something that was going to be real controversial on this airwave, so I'm not going to say it. But yeah, well, we're going to do it. Vic, how you doing, man? You all right? You all right? Good?
I can't believe y'all just did that. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting right here, and you clicked to go live. You clicked to go live.
Yeah. That just happened.
This kind of energy we on. I got you.
I'm just ready. I thought you would be ready. I just thought you'd be ready, you know?
Oh, I'm ready. Because you're already talking junk about what happened last yesterday.
You know.
I don't like your energy tonight already.
You'll be all right. So with that being said, let's start at the top. Let's start from the Sunday night game and work our way back. We got the Rams and we had the Titans in a heavyweight fight, supposedly, but it looked like a heavyweight versus light heavyweight because the Rams look like featherweights. Fellas, what's the reaction from that game real quick before I dive into what I really want to talk about, which is Von Miller?
Yeah, Vic, you went first?
I just think the Titans did a good job defensively, slowing down everything. It just seemed like they knew exactly what the Rams wanted to do. They kept the receivers in check, especially Cooper Kupp. They did a good job, basically. Bro, I mean, do we want to say shutting them down? Because, I mean, that like it was incredible. It just seemed like they knew exactly what the Rams wanted to do. It's almost like how defenses are playing Pat Mahomes. It's like they know when he's gonna go to Kelsey, when he's gonna go to Hill. It was like they knew exactly what Stafford and Sean McVay wanted to do yesterday, and it was impressive. It was an impressive defensive outing for the Tennessee Titans.
Mr. Schefter?
Where do I go with this? Number one, let's start with the positives. Number one, I gotta give
positive. Oh, okay. Okay, go ahead.
Number one, I gotta give Mike Vrabel. I gotta give Mike Vrabel a lot of credit. This locker room is very jockish, but they have stayed together. They have matured. They play hard for each other. They're always prepared. They haven't had an easy schedule, even though that don't mean nothing in the NFL. But just they've had a very high quality of opponents. I'll say that to start the season, and they're sitting here at 7-2. I don't think anybody can argue that they're probably the best team in the AFC. They will get Derrick Henry back in January. Like, let's not forget that. Derrick Henry is coming back. It might be a blessing in disguise that this dude went out the way the timing that he went out, for his body, for his longevity, and for the overall success of the Tennessee Titans heading into the playoffs. So shout out to Mike Vrabel. That defense, when that defense is playing to the level that they're supposed to be playing, they are explosive, they are scary, and they are disruptive. And it starts with Jeffrey Simmons and it ends with Kevin Byard. On the Los Angeles Rams side, Vic touched on it briefly. I'm going to expand on it if you don't mind, Vic. It's very similar in what we're seeing with Andy Reid when it comes to Sean McVay. What worked then is not going to work now. There has to be an evolution to your game. There has to be an evolution to what you want to do. Philosophically, they are still doing the same things. Logistically, this is still the same Rams offense doing the same things with the same personnel, with the same motions and whatnot. It's just a bunch of salad dressing and really a combination of like 6 different routes. There has to be a way for you to evolve. And I just think until that happens, you're going to continue to get these games from the Rams, and they're going to continue to happen in January, which is ultimately going to keep them from prevailing into February.
All right. 4 things, 4 points. I'm gonna make it quick. Matthew Stafford, you look like you played in Detroit last night. You should have been a host or a co-host on WZUP radio, because what's up with that performance last night? I don't understand. You're getting ready to be sacked in the end. Yeah, bro, I'm on that time today. I've been plotting this all week, ladies and gentlemen. I've been plotting this all week. I don't understand what you were doing in the first half. It made no sense. Number one, the end zone interception, you gave up 6 points and you could have just gave up 2. I'm sorry. I know we don't like giving up points, but give up the 2 instead of the 6. Because, son, that 2 points doesn't hurt you as much as the 6 does, especially when your offense is struggling to score. Because last time I checked, 3 is greater than 2. Oops. I did it again. Now, run defense. The run defense for the Los Angeles Rams is why they will never make it to January 31st.
Wow.
You added Von Miller, and then we're going to tie these 2 points together, who is another quick twitch athlete. Quick twitch athlete. Vic, you're the scout extraordinaire. Let's explain quick twitch athlete. Guys that are very, very quick off the line, guys that are very explosive and getting pressure, getting around, getting under, getting through people. That's Von Miller and that's Aaron Donald. That's them 2 players personified in one sentence right there. You added both of them to a defense that keeps everything in front of them and that go head hunt. That's what the defense is. Hell, even Jalen Ramsey plays off coverage and then goes and finds the football. What I want to say about this Von Miller pickup is it's great. It looks great. He's a great fit, but it doesn't get you to February. The player that needs to get you to February is the player that I'm asking, what's up? What's up? What's up? That's the player that needs to get you to February. And that's Matthew Stafford. What are we going to do different moving forward? Because now we've seen pressure, disguising your coverage are both key components to confusing and making it hard on Matt Stafford. This has been a consistent thing since whatever year he came into the league. Can we agree or disagree, fellas?
I agree.
I'm listening.
They won't be. I don't care about the Blue and Yellow Express. Shout out to Big Shot. Shout out to Mo. If y'all want to get on that Coors Light train, just remember that the tracks is frozen and that you're gonna get frostbite because it's looking real chilly for them this season. They can't stop the run, and their offense is bipolar. 2 recipes for you to go to Tampa Bay and get that ass spanked. Tampa Bay can run the football. They will be running the football come January because that's when 12 says, I'm doing whatever I got to do to get to the Super Bowl championship. That's going to be the key here. West Coast system is under attack in the NFL. Why is it under attack? Because every team running these West Coast systems is starting to become predictable as the 7 days of the week. It's the same bootleg. It's the same concepts. It's the same routes. It's the same everything. The only thing that makes each individual system different is it's not the same quarterbacks. Before I even expand any further, I want Mo to rebuttal this because I'm waiting for this rebuttal, not because I think he's going to disagree, but because I know that this is going to spark something in that guy, which is why his eyes are going left to right on the screen currently. Yes, I know my partners. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
I just think on the one side for Los Angeles, it's not something that I think anybody should panic. Certainly, we not panicking at the Blue and Yellow Express. Matter of fact, we got something special kind of coming for y'all this week. Just stay tuned. But me and Big Shot was talking. We kind of just had a little pit stop yesterday. Saw a rest area. We pulled over. Checked the tire pressure and whatnot. The tire did a little thread measurement. Checked all the fluids and whatnot. Everything's all right. But on the football side and the philosophical side of the West Coast, I am not in a fundamental disagreement. Only thing I am in a disagreement with is the Matt Stafford part of it. I think he'll be all right. I think if any limitations come, it's going to come from Sean McVay not evolving as a play caller and a preparation guy. Like Wade Phillips is no longer there. So Wade Phillips was basically the assistant head coach. So we know we know that Wade was very crucial to Sean McVay's first 2 years of success, which landed him a Super Bowl appearance. But what happened in that Super Bowl? An offense that was scoring 30 points just coming off the parking lot only scored 3. And that's because when you know what he's going to do and you prepare for that, which is what Mike Vrabel did, a Bill Belichick disciple, it's going to cause issues. So I don't think there's any room for panic. I don't think Matt Stafford is going to be in somebody that holds them back, so to say. I think if anybody holds them back, it's going to be the coaching staff and the preparation led by Sean McVay. But I am liking your West Coast soliloquy.
Vic, West Coast.
I mean, I talked about it before, bro. I believe in the running game. I believe that obviously you solidify your quarterback position, but your game plan should circle around what happens with your running backs, and then it progresses from there with your tight ends, then your wide receivers. And in the West Coast, they believe in pass first to score, and then run to close or run to finish. And there's times where what if you're in what if you find yourself in a situation where the other team scores a lot of points on your defense, then your running game is completely taken away. You have to pass more. What if you don't have the talent to pass so much? I think that just the balance, first and foremost is important. I think that establishing the line of scrimmage is important, where you let the offensive line dominate the defense. Your running back, if you have that kind of guy that can run some people over, a la Derrick Henry, Ezekiel Elliott, I think the human element behind that is so important, because by the third and fourth quarter, that defense is worn out. They're tired of getting smacked around. And at the end of the day, that's what ends up, winning games. The Patriots and the EMP system is a very good example of that. Not many teams can run that system because they don't have the intellectual quarterback to run it. But they believe in run the ball first, pass, and then you pass the football from there. So we'll see. We'll see. I expect things to evolve in the NFL for sure.
So besides the Chiefs, we got how many teams that have won the Super Bowl in the last 20 years with the West Coast system?
Besides the Chiefs?
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't West Coast. That wasn't West Coast. That wasn't West Coast.
Seattle was a West Coast.
Not really. Not the year they won.
The year that they won with Russ, that was West Coast, bro.
Who was?
They may have had some other things. It was I believe it was Bevel.
Yep, Darrell Bevel.
If it was Bevel that year, then it was West Coast. But now, why I'm asking these questions, right, is because there's a key here. The key here is we're not committed to running the football enough to make the necessary things happen during the course of a 60-minute game. We're not adjusting to the personnel. So what's the problem right now currently with Cleveland? We can argue they're not running the ball enough. Still yesterday, even with them dominating, Nick Chubb only had 14 carries. That's scary, considering
Yeah.
he probably should have had another 11 touches. And again, this is an attack not on players, but the head coaches that are running the West Coast offense. Where is the evolution in this particular offense that is going to get us to January, late in January and February? Because the two things that we know for certain is running the football is universal and it's synonymous to winning football, especially when your quarterback is struggling. That's the reason why Buffalo got that ass taxed yesterday by Jacksonville, because they can't run the dang ball, Bert. That's the exact reason why they got that ass spanked by Jacksonville. Shouts out to Josh Allen. Hey, bro, I said this already, and I said this to Vic last year. I said if Dak Prescott is looking for somewhere to sign, I would sign with Jacksonville Jaguars. They have an upcoming defense, and they got playmakers all over the place. And they got draft capital. Shouts out to Les Stewart because he liked that word. I'm just being honest with you.
Hey.
As nasty and as ugly as Duval County is looking, we're talking about them being a good quarterback away from being in contention for this division.
Hey, bro. Josh Allen was the player of that game. And I ain't talking about the quarterback.
Bingo. We talked about those type of things with these young players, that defense has some very good young players on it. Mm-hmm. It's not the fact, bro, I hate to be the person to bring this into the light, bro, but again, we keep giving this $1 million worth of game for free 99. When are they going to start listening? Because Jacksonville showed you yesterday that there's a blueprint out there for Josh Allen. There's a blueprint for every young quarterback yesterday got that ass spanked. And there's a reason why. Even with Jordan Love playing the way he did, bro, I can't blame that loss on him not one bit. Packers special team played atrocious. What? I've never seen their offensive special teams play that bad.
So are we getting to the Jacksonville Buffalo game?
We're gonna get to that next. We're gonna get to that right here. But it's really about this West Coast thing that I'm sticking to at the moment. We will talk more about that because guess what? I got 3 days worth of time, Chief. And when you give me time, that's the worst thing you can do because I'm gonna go over all of it. And I'm gonna have daily reports for y'all for the next 3 days. Coming live co-responded from the Views from the 22 lab. My lab key just got certified real quick. We back in session. Jacksonville and Buffalo. I'm gonna give y'all the floor now. I've said enough. And then we'll go to the next game.
Yeah, I mean, real quick on that Jacksonville-Buffalo game, I think it's just another example of Buffalo just sometimes not doing the proper things properly. And yesterday was a prime example of that. But shout out to Jacksonville because they certainly balled out, and so did that defense. But yeah, the Buffalo Bills need to find a running game expeditiously. Vic?
No, I mean, bro, I'm looking at this right now. You got 9 carries for 22 yards out of your running backs on a game that ended 9-6. Like,
that makes you upset, doesn't it?
It's borderline tragic.
Unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
It's unacceptable.
Your quarterback had 550 rushing.
That's unacceptable. That's unacceptable.
No words.
Where is the professionalism?
I mean, this is a defense that is what, second or third and yards given up, rush yards given up.
Who's that?
In the league? Jacksonville, the Jacksonville defense. Despite some of the speed, they do have talent. They got speed. They got edge rushers right now that they can work with, but they don't have that guy like Calais was bringing to them that can help control the gaps and stop the run. And there's just no excuse for it looks like
any given Sunday, man.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened yesterday.
I'm with you, but 6 points, y'all. 6.
Hey, bro. Any given Sunday.
I'm not even going, and I'm not trying to kill Jacksonville because they played a hell of a game. Your court, that football maturity is the name of this show. Where was the maturity from any of these young quarterbacks? Joe Burrow in Cincinnati. That interception that you threw at the goal line, unacceptable.
I'm not gonna kill him for that. He just missed the receiver inside a little bit, and Denzel Ward
A
made a great
little
play.
bit. Denzel Ward did just like this.
Bro, Denzel Ward made a great play on that ball. Come on,
Jamar Chase was on the ground.
Denzel Ward made a pretty good play on
Jamar
that
Chase
play.
was on the ground, bro.
Mo, you realize, like, I'm with you. I'm with you, but you understand, like, you know how hard it is to defend a speed out route, and for him to intercept it halfway, like the quarterback is here, the receiver is here. He intercepted it 50% of the way. It wasn't like he had to jump and dive and knock the ball down or something like that, or make a nice two-handed dive.
Okay.
He was just there. Like,
Here's my question. Was he in a position to make the play?
Yeah, more than he should have. As in, it was never open. It was never open.
My question,
it was never
open. Your Honor, my question was he in a position to make a play?
Who was that?
Denzel Ward.
Denzel Ward, of course he was. Beyond position.
Did he make a play?
Beyond position. I would hope he made the play considering the position he was in. Yes.
It's not like Joe Burrow missed him by a mile. Like
it's a bad throw, a bad decision.
It was a bad throw, not a bad decision.
It was a terrible decision, Mo. The receiver was on the ground, bro.
In that instant, you're not looking to react. You know the leverage, you know the play, you know where the ball needs to be. Like at that point, you're not looking to see if he's going to be open. You're not waiting for him to get out of his break. You throwing that ball based on your timing, your mental timing. And hope it's just a trust factor, especially down there.
And it looked like it wasn't open pre-snap, Mo, let alone after the snap.
You know what I'm saying? Like when it's that tight, how is he supposed to look open pre-snap?
We're gonna see
the reason why is here's the thing. We can disagree on this because it's cool, but I want you to understand this one thing that you're not understanding. Is pre-snap, timing, and everything else, especially in the red zone, has to be perfect because the window is that much tighter.
Yes.
This situation, it was a hiccup off. That's number one. And I know it was a hiccup off because there's a little doohickey and before the throw was even made. That's the first part, Mo.
That's why
the second part of why it was off, and the most important part of why it was off, is because when you made the throw, the defensive back was already in position to make a play on the ball. The receiver had no chance. So unless he throws the ball to the back pylon there, Mo, there is nothing that can be done there. Because that's the only place that Jamar Chase can catch the ball. That was the worst throw Joe Burrow made in that game.
They must have saw something defensively on film that they knew they were going to go to that play. But that's why you watch the film. Watch it a couple times. You can't watch it one time. I watch it a few times to see and understand what happened. Moving on. What's next? 750.
Oh, hold on. And then Joe to what you not understanding. Oh, I understand perfectly fine, sir. Let me show you what I'm with.
Oh, he's pulling something up here. Folks, stand by. Stand down and stand by.
Okay, calm down.
Where are we going? Oh.
So what part of this is not supposed to look? I don't even think this is the play. This ain't the play.
No, it can't be the play, dog.
This ain't the play. See, didn't even work. That's all right. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna beat this because we got more games to talk about.
Oh, no, we here now.
Put it on the highlight. Nah, put it on the highlight.
We here now.
Put it on the highlight. Look, he's trying to sneak away.
Hey, no. Let's go.
Put on. Nah, everybody's saying film on the chat now. Now you gotta find it.
Now you gotta.
We're gonna find it. Here it is. What's this?
Yeah. What's today? This game cannot be available yet. So we gotta watch the broadcast view.
3rd and goal, 8:58.
Right there, you just missed
Right
it.
there. 99 yards for a touchdown.
It's not letting me click on it. Here it is. Here it is. This is gonna be it.
Inside. He's got inside leverage or no?
Okay. First of all, here's my first question. Here's Mr. Analyzers this of that. Here's my first question. What part of this tells you, oh, he's not open pre-snap? As a matter of fact, all this tells me is, I got my best player. 1-on-1, mano on mano, and he got all this to work with. And I know he gonna fake inside first.
No, you just put yourself in a box.
Let's change this up a little bit here, Jerm. That's an ugly route. That's a bad route by Chase.
Do not change the subject, Victor.
No, what you mean? It was a horrible route.
First of all, y'all trying to discredit a corner, probably the hardest position in the NFL.
Of course.
You are trying to discredit a fantastic play.
No. What I said, and what you're not going to discredit what I said, was, and I quote, "This is a terrible decision by Joe."
That's a beautiful. Yeah, I see what happened there.
Okay, first of all, right here, Joe Burrow. Okay, because y'all got me effed up tonight.
Hey, good.
Right here.
Hey, good. Hey,
right here.
Hey,
Joe Burrow.
He's got the yellow pen.
Mira, por favor, un momento. Right now,
let's go.
Joe Burrow is not like the if this was 3rd and 6 from the 40, 50, other side of the 40, then we could have the conversation as to whether the decision was right, as to whether he had to process more, had time to process more. But we're talking about a 3rd and goal from inside the 5, which means whatever speed an NFL quarterback has to process the game at doubles, if not triples. Okay, look at all this right here right now. There's a window. There is a window for this ball to be thrown and for it to be caught and for Denzel Ward to not have any chance at making this play. So the decision-making cannot be questioned. What can be questioned, what rightfully should be questioned, and Joe Burrow will probably be the first to tell you, is the accuracy behind this throw. It was a hairpin off. Hold on, we're gonna have to let the broadcast show the replay.
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't see it at the same speed you see it. But
no, it skips for me too.
Right, but the thing is, so that's a zig route, which is that's kind of a tough route to run in that situation. To me, by the looks of it, Jamar kind of took some extra steps, unnecessary steps that he needed to take on that, because
Agreed.
Bro, Denzel Ward did not fall for any of it. Like he was that position that he was, Mo, when you stopped it, literally right behind him. Joe probably should have pulled it back there.
Yeah, somebody open in the middle of the field.
That's okay. I mean, that's one of those quick plays, though, bro.
Like, look at how Denzel reads it, climbs over the top, and it's not like it just fell in his lap. He actually had to cut to an angle to get this ball.
He stepped in front of himself.
Yes, bro. Because
he still had to make the play. Like again, an inaccurate throw. I ain't questioning the decision making. Not the best route ran, but also if Denzel Ward would have fell for it, then we would have been praising Mr. Jamar Chase. But to your words, Vic, Denzel Ward did not fall for it. That's what you said.
Yes, it was a great play by him, but it was a great play by him.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted.
Bro, he should have not thrown that football. Like the positioning.
But why?
Because he didn't get him on the initial move inside. But that's a jerk route. Now it's a zig route. It's a zig route, is it not?
Right. But
it wasn't a fake slant. It was a zig route.
It's not like he had to. It's not like if he would have waited for him to get open, At that point, you're only tightening an already tight window. When based on the timing, Joe can put it in a certain spot, and only Jamar Chase can get it, regardless of where the corner was.
Did he put it in that spot?
He did not. I never argued that he did.
Okay, so it's a bad throw. Thank you.
100%.
To me, it was a bad decision and throw. But listen, this is
But
just
it was
an
a great
inside
play,
peek.
which is all I wanted one of y'all to say.
Yeah.
Where's my gosh darn gavel? I'm sick of this SH.
This is a sneak peek into what
This
happens in
coffee
the
ain't
film
even
room.
hot no more.
This is a sneak peek onto on
I know
what
it ain't
happens in
hot
the
no more
film room.
with that cold
Okay.
ass take.
Can we move on to the Cowboys and Broncos here?
Oh, God.
Yeah, go ahead. They talk about your Cowboys.
Excuse me? Now I don't want to talk about it. Go ahead, Jerm.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell y'all the truth. I'm not overreacting to the Cowboys situation. I'm gonna tell y'all why I'm not gonna overreact. I'm not gonna overreact because again, they just got beat this week. At the end of the day, they got beat this week. I'm not about to overreact.
So whose loss was worse, Bills or the Cowboys' loss?
The Bills' loss was worse because you scored six guys during. See, you gonna make me curse,
but it was 30-0 in the third quarter.
Hey, listen, it was 30-0, and you know what that means? It would be 30-0. That means you just had a terrible offensive day. The Bills had a terrible offensive week.
So preparation
Tanya,
was
why
bad.
you still on mute during all this fiasco?
Hey,
she's just sitting there looking at us like a bunch of fools.
Vic, Vic, they had a terrible offensive week.
They lost it when they got there on Tuesday.
The Cowboys missed a little high, a little low. The Bills was missing wide left, wide right. It was all bad. It looked like a bunch of bull.
But listen, this week, like any given Sunday, that applied like 115% this week. The Bills, the Cowboys, the Rams,
the Giants,
all expected. Yeah, all expected. You know, those games were expected to win by 10 points.
Now, let me say this about the Giants and Raiders game. Everybody wants to be mad at me for saying I don't believe in Derek Carr. I'm sorry. That interception that he threw, unacceptable. Another bad decision.
Yeah. Speaking
of
that,
let me shout out
McKinley because that boy played where?
He did.
Okay.
Remember we scouted him, Jerm, the safety out of Alabama?
Yeah.
Bro.
That's okay. Yeah, that's cool, Tanya. It's okay. But anyway, the point of emphasis that I'm trying to make is to just be honest, though. And I'm not discrediting what Tanya said because she like her little Alabama peoples. The problem here is we have to be consistent with something here. When a quarterback makes a bad decision, we say a quarterback makes a bad decision. If I don't believe that it's easy for me to say that I don't believe in the Raiders because of Derek Carr is a wrong thing. If you like him, that's fine. You can like him. But I want people to understand that if somebody has a little skepticism of him, don't be mad at people for having skepticism of him. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
In this game, his inaccuracy issues were the big thing of why it was what it was. We got to be more accurate and more consistent. And I just had this conversation with some people in our group. He's not been consistent. Consistent with what? Accuracy. That's the most important part of the position. I can't teach you how to be accurate. I can teach you all the X's and O's. I can teach you how to crip walk, C walk. I can teach you the 5-step drop, the 3-step drop. I can teach you the slide step. I can teach you how to duck your shoulder, reset, reload, and make a good throw. I can teach you how to do everything else, but I can't teach you how to put the ball in the right spot, and I can't teach you how to put the ball in the place it needs to be. I just can't do those things. That's what he struggles with, bro. And it was evident in this game. The ball was on the receiver's hip, bro. Yeah. That's why it was a house call.
Listen,
I
am a fan of Carr because when he's on, it is fun to watch. But I'm gonna be objective because with respect to football, with respect to the film, with respect to the professional level, he's an inconsistent player. Period. He's a B plus player. He's not going to be an A player. He's not going to be an A plus player ever. He's a B plus quarterback that as time goes along through the season, and now that it's going to be 17 games, that stuff gets exposed after a while.
Yeah.
And there's limitations there. Now, again, can you find a replacement? That's always hard to do for any quarterback. That's why people calling for Baker's job. Shut up. People calling for who else? You know, you have to draft accordingly. If you can't find somebody in the draft, that's it. You know, so until
Jeremy,
you
you
find
gonna let that man
replacement-
tell you shut up on live TV?
Who said that? Who said something?
Vic just said that.
Oh no, he didn't tell me to shut up on live TV. I'll mute him.
Listen, Vic, you being nice. Derek Carr is not a B plus quarterback. There are days where he is an A minus with a curve quarterback, but that man is a B minus at best. If I had to again, not necessarily a knock. I'd probably even say C plus. To be honest with you, I don't even know if I'd go as high as a consistent B.
All right, Mo. He's a B player. If he does all of the small things, he does all the small things. He just doesn't have accuracy, which automatically knocks him down one full letter grade from an A to B. We got to be fair.
Argue. I ain't gonna sit here and argue about Derek Carr. I got better things to do with my energy.
You're right. Because you sure was sitting here about to argue that Joe Burrow made a nice throw and he didn't.
No, I did not. Don't you put false narratives into my mouth. Don't you do that. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
Oh boy. But honestly though, you know, shake and bake. So with all of that being said, like I just look, I'm not gonna kill the Raiders too hard because it's any given Sunday. I'm not gonna trip too far about it. I think the Giants have beat the Saints as well. So let's give the Giants some credit here for being a better football team than we expected. And then let's just give the Raiders what the just do that they deserve, which is Derek Carr, you need to play better.
The Giants are putting up a fight. The Giants are putting up a fight despite their limitations. Injuries, quarterback. I mean, if David Carr is a C, Daniel Jones is like a D plus, you know, being nice. So, you know what I mean?
For Daniel.
The Giants, yeah. The Giants are playing tough for their coaching staff. And, you know, it's going to be interesting because the coaching staff and the GM is on the hot seat over there in the Meadowlands. So,
hey, anyway.
I just want y'all to understand this too. Why can't somebody not like y'all slow ass team?
That's a good question.
It's okay. We still like football. We just want them to play better. So with that being said, Pittsburgh versus the Bears of Chicago. The Bears, raw. You know, yeah. Lions and Tigers and Bears. Oh my. So I just want to be honest with y'all. I seen something on ESPN at my job today walking by because ESPN is on every screen, it feels like, and it's annoying. And they asked, who's a better quarterback today, Ben Roethlisberger or Justin Fields? And when I seen that question,
what?
Why is that a question?
Huh?
When I seen this question, I was like, you know, see this right here? I turned the channel. I'm not even supposed to turn the channel. I turned the channel. I said, this is enough. Enough is enough. We got to stop this. I'm not saying that we're right every day or all the time, but we got to start trying to do better with some of these narratives. The narrative of tonight has nothing to do with Ben Roethlisberger and Justin Fields. This is about the Pittsburgh Steelers trying to get a step closer to claiming the number one spot in the division, and about the Bears trying to get to 500. Justin Fields is trying to get better every week. Ben Roethlisberger has already been here. He's trying to get to another Super Bowl. Justin Fields is just trying to make it to the end of the regular season. Let's just be honest. And look, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be fair. Because the Bears ain't ish, B. They ain't gonna do nothing. They gonna be slaw as hell. Hey, rah! That's why I did all the rah, because that's about the most theatrics we gonna get out of there. when it comes down to it. It's them theatrics I gave y'all. Besides Germa the Mac, aka Mr. Mac himself. Fellas, Mo, I'm gonna let you do your thing with the over.
Yeah, let's start with that. So the over under in this game is 40. All right, 40. The Bears are 7-point road underdogs. The Bears inactives for this game are Damian Williams, Nick Foles, if that matters, Alec Ogletree, Artie Burns, which is bad news for the Steelers, but most importantly, Eddie Jackson is inactive. Yeah, I gave that up years ago, Germ. Eddie Jackson is inactive, as well as Khalil Mack, which to me, this is one of those games that could catapult Najee Harris into being in the runnings for the NFL rushing title. Not a Derrick Henry is done for the regular season. As for the Steelers, Eric Ebron is out. I'm just gonna say my quickest points so we can get Vic and Tanya in here. Number one, I think if you're the Steelers, pressure. Okay, you look at what Steve Spagnuolo did to Jordan Love, and you put it to steroids. Pressure. Justin Fields cannot handle pressure. The Bears offensive line cannot handle pressure. And as Vic and Jerm been telling y'all, Justin Fields still got a slow CPU processor when it comes to processing NFL defenses. And if there is anybody who knows how to scramble quarterback brains, it is a Pittsburgh-style defense. And so I think it's going to be a long night for the kid. I think it's going to be a good night for Najee Harris. And I expect the Steelers to win this game. Vic?
Yeah, I mean, real quick, let Tanya get in here. TJ Watt, 8.5 sacks already through 8 games. Simply put, the pressure gets to Justin Fields, whether it's 4 or blitz packages. He's having a hard time reading certain areas they want to attack him so far. And I mean, I don't expect nothing different. The Steelers will be able to put pressure, of course, on Justin Fields, and we'll see how he reacts to it, see if he's getting better. There's been situations where he has looked good in certain pass plays and stuff like that. But to protect him, they're going to have to use Khalil Herbert, who has been outstanding, in relief of David Montgomery. So running the football is going to be the way to beat the Steelers defense. So we'll see what the game plan is for Chicago today.
Floor is yours, Tanya. Rest of the way. You got it. Whenever you're done, we'll go.
As far as Justin Fields goes, I just, like I said at the beginning of the season, I think this was like the wrong time to start him. This is a tough schedule. He had the Packers, Tampa, the Niners, us. Then he got to play the Ravens. Then he got to play that's just all back to back. Like that's a lot. So I'm not gonna really dig on him, even though he is a national championship loser. Hey, Dion. But I just feel like this was the wrong time to start him because you putting him against defenses that, like, he'd have been sacked 26 times.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
I mean, I don't expect nothing different tonight. He's gonna get sacked a lot tonight, but I just feel like this was the wrong time to. Like, if they were trying to help him, this was not the way to help him.
All right, true or false? Okay, I'm sorry. Were you done on Fields?
I'm done with that. I'm done with that one.
All right, go ahead. Finish your notes. I got a couple questions.
No,
Finish
that was it. Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
I'm reading the comments.
True or false? The Steelers' offensive line has gotten better each week.
True.
True or false? Najee Harris has developed more into a patient runner as the season progressed.
True.
Okay. True or false? TJ Watt is the best defensive player in the league.
My opinion, true.
Okay.
But I mean, I'm gonna always say TJ Watt. Always.
Okay, who do you think above him, Vic?
I honestly haven't been looking at it, so I'm gonna take Tanya's word for it. I'm not even gonna say Baby Diggs. Because there's some issues there with Baby Diggs.
Definitely not him.
He gets burnt a lot. I mean, he catches them, but he gets burnt a lot too. So
he's
I'm gonna name 5
yards.
players right now that are in that realm.
Okay.
So you got Aaron Donald, you got Fletcher Cox, you got Myles Garrett, you got Khalil Mack, and TJ Watt is right there, number 5. Those 5 players, if you take those in any order you want, I'm not gonna complain. TJ and Myles playing a division with Lamar Jackson. And I've never seen Lamar turn a corner on either one of them dudes. That's what I'm going to say. And when
And
I
he
see
will
when TJ was running right alongside Lamar was
not.
yes, I know his whole body language. And TJ was just you might as well run out of bounds because I'm about to light your ass up. That's when it was solidified for me that he's one of the best at setting the edge. If a player like him sets the edge, you're not going to get around the edge, let alone is he going to miss the tackle most of the time.
Yeah.
Like it's scary to say this. Y'all, he may be better than JJ.
He is approaching his brother's status, right?
When it's all said and done, I'm saying. When it's all said and done.
Yeah. We'll see what the longevity does for TJ Watt's career.
I-
No offense to anybody. The only person that I would put above TJ Watt is Aaron Donald. And even then, you'd have to convince me.
Hold on. Time out, though. My question is, was that list based on performance right now, or are you just picking people that you like over them right now? Who's performing the best right now for the award? I think that was initially the Queen's question.
Well,
fellas.
Myles Garrett leads the league in sacks.
Yes, he does.
But he finally got some talent around him, so now you can move him around and not put him in one spot.
Okay.
TJ is right there behind him, though, at third, to tie for third or fourth or whatever the case is with 8 sacks. So it's not a situation where these two players are like a huge gap between them. I think it's preference and I think it's scheme, because scheme and preference are the difference here that makes the difference. If you're playing 3-4, you're going to take TJ. If you play a 43, you're going to take Myles.
No, I'm not. Again, no offense to nobody, but TJ Watt has a different. Again, we're gonna come back to y'all. You know what? We're going back to y'all on Thursday or even Wednesday.
We're gonna watch film
on this.
We're gonna watch film.
Here's my prediction. I guarantee you that we will come back with a report that concludes. This is my hypothesis that TJ Watt is a more impactful player this year than Myles Garrett.
Mo, I know you said you were sick.
First of all, you're getting so damn close to the camera.
Hey man, hey.
Shh.
You're right. You
went from 4K to 2D real quick.
What?
Hey, listen, man. I'm just looking at it with the naked eye. TJ is a different level of impact.
I know. I don't disagree with you, but bro, it's like 1 A, B, C, D, E, F, G.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
But if you're talking preference, I got you. But
it's just a preference thing for me.
If you took Myles Garrett and you took TJ both off of their defenses, they both would struggle.
You know how I really like eeny, meeny, miny, mo a player when I can't decide which one will Bill Belichick like more for his defense. And
no. Hell no. Hell no. No.
And the show is over, by the way. The show is over. Enjoy the games. My final score is Pittsburgh 12, Chicago 10.
What was that?
Vic, what's your final score?
You said 12-10?
Yeah.
12-10 Bears.
We'll get 12.
Tanya?
You high.
12-10 Bears. Just because I want to.
What did you take before you got on this show?
Tanya, what's your score?
Whatever Mo took was cold ass coffee.
I'm gonna say 2014 Steelers.
Make your own damn list, Vic.
33-6 Steelers.
Okay.
I'm looking for that Percival ass smacking tonight.
To be honest with you, my real score is 23-9. That's really my score.
I don't want to see a gosh darn touchdown from the Bears tonight. If the
Vic,
steel curtain is back.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
Go ahead. Finish.
No, the show's over, y'all. The show's over. Y'all can stick around. Vic, what the hell's wrong with what I said?
First of all, Bill is not even a great.
Are we still alive?
Don't worry about that, Tanya. We got things to talk about right now.
Bill is not even a great talent evaluator. He may be defensively, maybe, but TJ Watt fits what he wants to do, which makes it unfair.
No,
when you use both. Yes, Mo.
no.
Miles Garrett is not the kind of player he drafts.
No, he's not.
Excuse me.
For that system, for that defensive setup.
So Vic? So you telling me Bill Belichick would not have drafted Miles Garrett had he had the opportunity to?
Who else came in that draft?
Don't matter. Answer the question.
Yo, his eyes, yo. Oh shit.
Yeah.
It's kickoff, guys.
Hey, post-show views, baby. Post-show views.
Yo, shout out to Jaquan. I don't know when y'all going to Vegas, man. Shout out to Jaquan.
My birthday. We're turning it into my birthday trip.
Okay. I might go in January.
Shout out to Jay Han. He said for me to make my own damn list. April disappeared. I don't know what happened.
They made
April
her mad
disappeared.
in the
Where
comments.
you go, April? Oh man.
They made her
pissed
mad
off,
in the
yo.
comments.
Who made her mad?
Trav.
It was really Trav. It was really
Of course
Trav.
it was.
I didn't say nothing today. It was really Trav.
As soon as they started stuttering, that's when you know they'd be full of it. I didn't say nothing today.
I've been good today.
Yeah.
I've been. I'm off tomorrow, so I got time.
Is that a Minka jersey?
It is color
that's a
rush.
Minka?
We're doing color rush. Yes.
With that being said, these dysfunctional people. This is Views from the 22. That is Mo Schefter, who he's sick today because he tripping. I don't know what's wrong with him. That is Vic Jr. He emotional. I don't know what's wrong with him. That is Tanya. She just got on Steelers colors. And I am Germ. I don't know what's wrong with me neither. I ain't wrapped too tight. I ain't.
Shout out to
Dion. I'm a
Dion.
part of it. Shouts out to everybody in the comments. Shouts out to everybody who will watch, who did watch, whatever. Shouts out to April, even though she being a little funny acting today. It's all right. You know, we gotta get your Sag energy right because you're bringing us down, shorty. With that being said, Views from the 22 live on the scene. We will be back later in the week, of course, for Thursday Night Football. We will talk more about things of the nature of the Ravens and the Dolphins matchup, and we'll dive into a little bit more stuff about the Ravens. That being said, that's Mo, that's Vic, that's Tanya, that's Germ. Tanya, did you want to say something?
No, I was watching the game. Go ahead.
Thread going up now.
22. Enjoy the game, y'all.